Hi guys, welcome to this video. We are working on the AliExpress. For this we're going to be making some socks. Okay, you see that you've got white hooks here, and then we have three black ones which signify the beginning of a row. Okay, so we're just going to pop some wool down into the center of here. Make sure that it's sitting in our little feeder here nicely and it's in front. No, I'm doing it wrong. Come on, Sally, get your act together. Sorry guys. We're going to cast on first. Okay, so we're going to go in front, behind, in front, behind. What we're doing here is we're casting on our stitches. Okay. Okay, so when we get round to the black one again, that's our first row, if you like. And then you're going to make sure that that sticks behind there, goes down into your yarn holder thing. We do have a row counter here. Now, I usually do 100 rows for a sock. I have just only started this though, so bear with me. But I'm just going to be showing you how to make basically a simple sock, and I usually do about 100 rows. That gives you a nice long sock that also you can push down like a leg warmer almost. So here we go. As we're going round, you need to just check, keep the tension on that first one, and you're making sure that we're going to be having, when we get round to our first row, there we go. Okay, another row. So now you'll be seeing that in front of every peg there's a bit of the yarn. Okay, you just check on your tension on your towel there. At first, you've just got to be careful, keep an eye, make sure that everything's going as it should be. There's no snags or anything. All looks okay at the moment. This is the toe part of the sock. You can, you know, if you're going to be doing just a basic sock, then you can literally make a pair of socks in an hour. I'm using a chunky yarn because I want these socks to be nice and thick this cold weather. So windy weather. You can see that's going around really nicely. Go around. And I'm going to try, I tried before with the faux fur wool, and it sort of worked and then it went wrong. So I'm going to try it again to see if I can get it to work. I'm going to be using two colours on here, grey and cream, and the faux fur is like a grey. It's going to be like the cuff of the sock. And when I start a new ball of yarn, I always take the middle bit out because then the wool runs nicely out of the ball. You haven't got a ball of wool flying everywhere on the outside. This wool I did find had a knot in it, so I've had to, which I'm going to show you how you join a new bit of yarn into here. Plus when I change the yarn colour, you'll see as well. I'm coming to the bit where the knot was. Okay, so I'm going to open that, pop it round that white one there. Okay, get my next end if I can find it. There it is. Okay, I'm going to put that through the yarn tension thing, and I'm going to do it that side of this white peg. Just so we've got both the bits coming off the same side. I'm just going to hold it as I go around, just to make sure. Okay. Go around as we start getting close to it again. I should just grab the two tails and just hold it down a bit. Okay. Do this for a couple of rounds, just to make sure that we've got the tension still there. You don't want a very big hole. Then when you're done, you can just, you know, tie them off and either work the yarn back into the sock or, you know, depends really. If you're going to be selling them, you want to finish, you know, have a nice finish on them. And I will say for the wool that I've brought here, it was £8.48, and I'm hoping I can make two pairs of socks. So that would make them about £4.25 for a pair of socks. So then you've got to think about your time on top of that, you know, how you're going to sell these. You know, you're not going to make a fortune doing this unless you can get cheaper yarn. Okay, so like I say, I'll do 100 rows. We're just on 34 rows now. So I'm going to do 50 rows of the grey. Then I'm going to change to the cream. Well, I want to do approximately 30. And then I would do, I'm not sure how many I'll do of the faux. But then I want to finish up with the cream again, just as a, it'd be easier to work on the cream rather than on the faux. So we're up to 41. Exit left. I have seen people using drills to turn the handle. Right, so I'm going to end that because I've just come to the end of that grey wool there. So I'm going to add the cream in. So let's take that off as we're at the beginning of a new row. Pop your towel in there. Close. Make sure you close that, because if you don't close it, you could end up breaking some of your pegs. Again, I would hold just so that the tension stays in there. Take it steady as you're starting a new row. I'm just going to pull on them again just to make sure we have the tension in there that we need. As you can see, it's starting to curl up on the inside. I would just go underneath and just, you know, give it a little bit of a tug. Not a huge tug, just. You can see how it turns up quite easily. It doesn't stop hurt, just to stop and untwist it. You can see it's coming out the bottom here. 7, because I want to do the other sock the same. Socks, do we? I'm going to do this to 70, and then I think what I will try and do is do the fur. So just thinking on the job at the moment, so let me just do 70 or 75, and then I can do I'm going to go up to 80, I think, and then do 10 of the fur and then another 10 of the cream. Go to 80 if I can. Depends how much wool I've got left here from where I've just taken it apart. The wool is deciding at the moment. I mean, just keep an eye on what you do. Whatever you do on one sock, you can have to do them the same. So that's gone up to 78. Okay, 78. Pretty. And then what we want to do, we're going to pop that in there, this side of this white. And we're going to try with this again. Okay. It is quite thick. What I want to try and do, I think might be easier just to do like 10, when I can find the beginning of it. Where's the beginning? No, not beginning. It's like a spider almost. Yeah, so I'm going to do, I mean, this has gone up to 78, so I'm going to do up to 88 and then do the rest as the cream again, just as a, so we've got a something to work on when we're doing the ridge. So if you look at this, so that's one tension holder, and then this is for when you're using thicker yarn. So again, pop your toe in there, and you're going to bring it out through this. There's to bring it out through there if I can. Come on, bugger. This is horrible because you can't actually see. Right, there you go. So I've made sure that it's running freely through there. And again, you're going to have to hold your ends as you go around. So as we start now, I'm just pulling that down, and I would go super slow doing this bit because I've just had a go at it and it messed up. So I'm going to go, just take your time. It depends how, if you want a good finished end product, just take your time, no rush. So it's the first time I've used this. Well, the last one was the first time I used it, and yeah, it went wrong. So I'm just going to take my time, seeing that everyone is going down. Okay. And I'm going to hold these again. Sorry, while I'm concentrating on this bit. almost hear it as it's going over. Again, I'm holding those so they keeping an eye on it, holding them down again. The reason I'm not finishing up with this, I'm going to do like a cuff of the cream again, because you need to crochet and you ain't going to find the hoops in this wool. That's why I had to restart this video, because I sort of messed up a bit on there. So in fact, I shouldn't have restarted the whole lot. I should have just started back from where I was, but hey ho, we learn. I'm not very good at editing video. Well, I don't edit videos. That's a whole nother minefield. That little noise, you can hear it as the fur is going. Might do it up to 90. We're at 87 now. It seems to be behaving itself at the moment. Have I spoken too soon? One more. Now I'll change back to the cream. Or I might do the grey. I might do the grey. There you go. Okay, so whew, got through that. That was a bit nerve-wracking, that was. So again, I'm just going to cut a bit off. And I'm starting again at my first black one. And I'm going to put it to my right of the black. And again, you want to hold. I'm holding it all the way around because I don't, you know, we've just gone through all that. There we go. So we're back on the grey. I'm going to take that up to 100, so I went up to 90 for. If you have any questions, you can always ask them in the comments, and I will try my best to answer any. $99. $100. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to make sure you give yourself plenty of wool this side, okay, because we're going to be crocheting this in a bit. So make sure you've got enough of a towel. I ravel it around and drop it into the center like that. Okay, now what you need now is you need some waste yarn, which I have here. Okay, I tend to use the same sort of weight as what I've used for the the sock itself. So again, I'm using chunky. I'm going to put it to the right of the first black peg. Okay, this one. Okay, and what we're going to do, hold the ends again, and this is us casting off. Okay, so you'll see in a moment, I probably should have used a lighter colour so we could see it. Okay, so I'm just going to run round and do about 5-10 rows. Okay, just so I've got something to work with, and this is just our cast off yarn. Okay, I'm going to do 5. I think 5 would be enough with this thickness. One more. Okay, right, so cut off that yarn and put it to the left of the last black wire, that last black peg, and now you're going to do is just going to let it go round, and what happens is casting it off. So when it comes back round to where we haven't got any wool going in, it starts to cast it off on the white. And you see that it's coming off. Again, take your time, there's no rush with this. And there you go, and it just pops off. So there is our sock. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange the camera and that so you can see what I'm doing to finish it off. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is our sock that we've finished off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it inside out, because we've got a few bits to sort out on the inside here. Okay, you're going to need a yarn needle. Okay, you do get a plastic one with it, but nah, metal ones are far more sturdier. Okay, so first and foremost, our toe. Okay, where's our length that we had there? Right. Okay, so make sure you get that's the yarn for the top bit. This is the yarn for the bottom bit. Okay, so this was our cast on, and what you do is you just gently pull it, and this is our toe bit. Okay, so you just got to move it round as you're pulling it. And make sure that you get this right, because you don't want toes poking through it. So that won't be good. Well, I've got a bit of an issue here, I think. Come on. Don't want to put it too hard because I don't want to snap the wool. I'm just going to feed it around gently. There's something there that's not letting me pull it through. It's probably got a little bit of a nick in it in the wool. There we go. So it's just a case of just playing with it. Feed it round. Stop with that bit there. And so it's obviously, I expect the wool's sort of got entwined with itself somewhere around here, but I'm not going to pull it too hard because I don't want, like I say, I don't want to lose all that work that we've just put into this. So rather than pulling it and pulling it, I'm going to make it so that it's like that. Rather than pulling it tight, I'm going to do more of a square finish on here. Okay, so with your yarn needle, if you can get it through, there you go. I'm going to do like a little blanket stitch along the edge here. I'm sure that's what it's called if I remember from the school days, where you put your needle in, yarn over. Pretty sure that was called blanket stitch. Correct me if I'm wrong. But don't forget, you want to make this as comfortable as you can as well, because you're going to have your toes in here. The wind's trying to pick up again. Hope everybody was safe from the storm that we had. You know, there was a few fatalities, but you know, you've got Mother Nature is cruel sometimes, beautifully cruel. Just remember, yeah, stay safe, stay indoors if you don't have to go out. I think we're going to be getting a bit of flooding as well here where I am. We seem to keep having little flash floods. Okay, I'm just going back down. I'm feeding the wool down just so it's works into the stitches there. You can get it in. Okay, just working the tail end in best I can, and then just go along the toe bit there, just so you haven't got a long, tail just flapping around in there, because that is going to annoy you if it gets into your toes. Okay, so making sure you've worked it in nicely. Trim off your excess. Okay, so that's our toes done. So the next thing we're gonna tie off these bits that we joined. Again, don't do it too hard, because you know you're going to end up with a little niche in there if you're not careful. So I've just done it a quick tie off. Now, like I say, you can work these into your wool. I'm just going to snip these off. I've done a couple of knots in there. Find our next bit. That's where these two joined, and again, tie not too tight with your first one, but then with your next ones you can do like double knots or work it back into the sock, your ends. Okay, so hopefully that won't go anywhere. Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up out there again. Okay, so as we come up the sock, we then have our fur joining. So just remember, sometimes this fur stuff can be a little bit weak and it can snap off quite easily. So I'm just going to do a couple of double knots in there. 1, 2. Okay, and then snip that off. Oh, I just dropped the lid to my needles. Okay, so we come up again, and my hair's in there again, where you've joined, gently, and then tighter, and then do your double knots, what I call double knots. You're not just going in once, you're going in twice. Okay, and then we come up to the top here. Now, what I'm going to do is, yeah, we're going to do it from the inside. I couldn't remember what I did before. So we're going to come up to our top one here. So here is our cast off yarn, the one that I told you to keep some behind because you're going to be crocheting. Okay, so with your yarn, like, you might find some other way to do this. This is just the way that I do it. I go into the top yarn, the last grey one that was there, and I do yarn over, pull through. Okay, then do another yarn over, pull through, and you're going to pick up each stitch. So you can see your next one. So you're going to go into there. Okay. Yarn over. What am I doing here? Yeah, yarn over, pull through the two. Now I've lost the thread. Come here, you bugger, hang on. Just so I've gone through the two. Oh, I haven't. Oh, get off. Right. Get off. Right, go through your first one, yarn over, pull through, do another one chain. If you can keep your wool behaving, behave wool. So again, go into your first one, yarn over, pull through, and do one chain. Okay, then go into your next one, so your next stitch, top, the last stitch that's there, yarn over, pull through the two of them. Okay, so you've got one stitch, yarn over, so you're doing a chain. Okay, then you go all the way around, picking up the top ones there, yarn over, pull through, chain one, go to your next one, go through, yarn over, pull through two, chain one. You're going to go all the way around, pick up your stitch, yarn over, pull through the two, chain one. Okay, next one, yarn over, pull through the two, chain over, one chain, sorry, into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through the two, one, two, chain one. To the top stitch. I definitely should have used a different colour here, and then you could have seen it a lot better, but you know, it's chain one. Don't forget your chain ones because you want a little bit of give in there. So can you see? So that's the next one. So you're looking for the top grey one, pull through, chain one. So you're going to be going for that one, not that one. So yarn over, yep, get in your hook, yarn over, pull through two, chain one. You'll see as you start getting round to the beginning, yeah, it can be a little bit awkward, but like I say, you know, chain one, and that's where I've been going wrong. Chain one, into your next one, yarn over, pull through the two, chain one. Pull through the two, chain one. Yes, it's easy doing it that way, Sally, but yeah, so you can do it either yarn over, pull through the first one, or pull through both. I mean, you can make these as simple or as, you know, as complex as you want. You can just use just one solid color all the way around. You know, just play is what I say, just play. Playing's fun anyway. There are cheaper versions of the Addy. I haven't tested them. I looked at all the reviews, and the Addy seemed to have the best review out there, so hence why I went for the Addy. But you know, if you can't afford it, get one of the cheaper models. You know, you're just having a play, that's fine. You know, like I say, the bigger one to this, I think it's called King. It's about £140, where this £150 rather. This one was, I think, 75. Get off there, you bugger. Yes, you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm thinking about getting the bigger one. Like I said, there are cheaper models out there. I might even get one of the cheaper models just for a test to see how it goes. But yeah, so you can see that I'm back round to the beginning. So I'm just going to join in up there. Chain one. Okay, so what I've done now, so I've joined that all the way around. So now we want to get rid of this that we've got on here. So find the end and just pull it out. Connect it up there. There you go. Out you come. No, trying to get off. That's it. So when you turn your sock, I've still got this tail end on here at the moment. When you turn your sock in the right way, and I'm going to probably work that loose end in. There you go. Get rid of all this. Needle, 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 needle. So yeah, just do another one, exactly the same. Just take a note of, you know, what lengths you've done. It's rather cool, and that wool bit, that's lovely. That is so soft. So we've had chunky yarn, cream and grey. These are £2.49 from the range. Okay, this make. Okay, and the same make that I got in the faux grey yarn. Okay, and the bit that I added on just to cast it off is just any of your, you know, your weight yarn that you've got. Okay, so with that said, you're going to make another one sock at least. So you've got a pair. This is the Addy machine. You do have a row counter on it. There are ways where you just do the round, or you can do a flat. Okay, you do get the little, these are the little clamps to keep it on the table, which is good. Yeah, so that's the Addy Express. Really quick tutorial of how to make a pair of nice woolly socks. And who doesn't like a nice pair of woolly socks? You could even use them as like welly boot socks. So yeah, so keep your eye out and see the next time that I have another video. Thank you. Bye bye.